expected to be out today at center for the Philadelphia Eagles. It looks like they're going to slide Landon Dickerson over to center and then put Tyler Steen in at guard. We are officially waiting the official inactive, but he is not expected to be out there today, Cam Jurgens, and that will be a loss for the Eagles' offensive line against a Commanders' defensive line that will be without Deron Payne. You see them huddling up there. It looked like he felt like he just couldn't play today with the back end.
That was him that you saw, for those who don't know what he looked. That was him there with the ball, and we have cameras on the field, and so we'll keep an eye on it. Again, it is not official, as Schefter mentioned. The inactives will come in about 13 minutes. But there he is again, right there, and you see him handing the ball off to Dickerson, who now, it would appear, is going to be the center for today. I'm sure this is a very frustrating moment for Cam Jurgens, but we are not expecting to see him out there. I'm told I have Sal Palantonio ready to go in Philadelphia with more on this. Hello, Sal. What can you tell us about Cam Jurgens in this situation directly in the middle of that outstanding offensive line?
Yeah, Cam Jurgens, Pro Bowl center, had a problem with his back earlier in the week. He did not practice on Thursday, limited on Friday. Did participate in the walkthrough on Saturday, came out, as you could see, and was working on his back, specifically after the snap. You could see they were trying to bend him back to see how his back was reacting. Clearly, you could see on his face that he was in pain. Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach, was working out with him. And then Howie Roseman, the general manager, came out. They had a little bit of a talk. Then Cam Jurgens went back into the locker room. And you know that pregame, we're not allowed to talk to players on the field. So we watched him go back into the locker room. And we will wait for the injury report in about 12 minutes to find out specifically whether Cam Jurgens will be active in this game. If he does not start at center, Landon Dickerson, Pro Bowl right guard, will move to center, and Tyler Steen will play right guard. Is it a significant downgrade? It is not. It is different for sure. It's definitely something they've been working on all week. I was there at practice on Thursday. Landon Dickerson was taking all the snaps at center, and he is definitely capable of playing center for this football team. And, you know, Tyler Steen is bigger, actually, than Cam Jurgens. So you add more beef to already an offensive line that is the heaviest in the National Football League. With Cam Jurgens in there, it's 1,688 pounds. You add Tyler Steen, take Jurgens out, it's over 1,700 pounds. So it's actually bigger with Tyler Steen in there. And I think they'll be fully capable of running the ball with Saquon Barkley, doing the tush push. I don't think it'll be a major issue. The one thing that you have to watch is they're in the shotgun all of the time. Jalen Hurts lines up in the shotgun all of the time. So how Landon Dickerson snaps the ball to Jalen Hurts would be a significant thing to watch. But we will see in about 12 minutes whether Cam Jurgens is active in this football game, Greeny.
All right, outstanding work, Sal, right there watching it all happen, and we'll wait for it. All right, let me hear directly from you guys. The offensive line is one of the primary reasons the Eagles are what they are. Saquon Barkley is 148 yards away from literally setting an all-time record for most yards rushing by any player in any season in NFL history. How important is this absence for them today, Rex?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a big absence just because Jurgens is a really a fine player. But Landon Dickerson, let's not get it twisted. This guy was a two-time All-American at Alabama as a center.
Right.
Okay, so this is not the first time you're going to move a guard to a center. All right, so this guy's absolutely spectacular at center. All right. And the fact that they're putting the bigger body in there. Why? Because they're going to pound that football. And to me, stay with the formula. It makes perfect sense to me. A nose tackle, though, sometimes you put in a backup center and things like that. You put the better player there at center. And that's why they're moving Dickerson in. They've had other guys, but you move Dickerson in there, you got the better player at center.
Listen, I don't want to make too much of this. There's a reason, though, Cam Jurgens is the starter. Yeah. Okay, there's a reason that's their starting lineup, and this has been their biggest strength all season is this offensive line. The big thing also is communication here, right? It's not just the QB center exchange under center. It's not just the shotgun mechanics. He makes every protection call, right? Where are we going in run game and pass? And I know they've had the reps all week. Let me tell you, though, it's hard to simulate tush push in practice.
Exactly.
You walk through those things.
Yes.
You don't do those full tempo. It's a different animal, game speed. So not to say it can't be done and teams don't shuffle around like this, but again, it's playoffs. They haven't done it all year.
Have you ever found out right before a game that your starting center wasn't going to be able to go, and what was that like for you?
If this happens, again, I would say this. Listen, you get so accustomed. I can't tell you the thousands of reps you've had with your starting center. It's something you don't even have to think about anymore. QB center exchange, communication, shotgun snap, you know right where it's going to be. All of a sudden, it's just another element in the biggest game so far this year that you have to worry about, right? In tush push, there's anxiety now. I got to make sure I got the snap, right? Shotgun, I'm a little more cautious with all that stuff. So it's another element, another distraction potentially to deal with.
Well, it's not like he got hurt on Friday. Like,
yeah, no,
you know what I mean? So they had all week with them.
Yes.
So I just think that, I think they're going to be just fine. And the reason Jurgens is the guy, because that's their best 5, no question about it.
And I think a reason we don't feel any type of reserve is that they've got the best offensive line coach in the game, probably also. And they've worked on it all week.
A reminder that Jalen Hurts is playing with an injured knee and will be playing with a brace today. So how
no limitations.
They say no limitations. I get that. But let's see the first time that he tucks it and runs just exactly how limited he isn't. I'm not saying he's going to be, but every defensive player I've had on all week has said they're going to make him prove he can do that. We'll find out. Graz, let's go back to the present here. What do the Bills think is going to be different offensively from their Week 11 win over Kansas City?
Greeny, it's the run game. They felt like the Chiefs in that first game cut off their run game, forced them to throw, and they feel like their run game has evolved significantly since then. I talked to their center, Connor McDermott. He said, we're just a completely different team than we were in Week 11. And talking about the run game specifically, he said, we were pretty much strictly mid-zone. Now we have different kinds of runs, better at picking up backside defensive ends, just overall a more evolved run game that they think they'll be able to use much more effectively in today's game. For the last 3 weeks, Greeny, I've been telling you the Bills are a calm and confident and relaxed team. And a lot of that has to do with their quarterback, Josh Allen, who's in complete command of this offense on a level that his teammates say is different from the past. Deion Dawkins, their left tackle, telling me he's in complete command. He is a different guy in terms of his play and his leadership style, and you can see that confidence show up on game day that results from the week of preparation. Dawkins saying of Allen, he is at peace. Again, relaxed group. Sean McDermott, the head coach, who in the past has gained some notoriety for sort of having weirdly intense team meetings and speeches to teams. Greeny, what he does now is he opens every Friday morning meeting with a different dad joke to try and lighten the mood and crack the team up. Yeah, no, so this week's, from 2 days ago, he stood in front of his team, Greeny, and he said, what is a mummy's favorite music genre? You guys have it?
Mummy's favorite music genre. What is it?
Rap.
Yeah.
Rap.
Yes. So that's
my dad.
That's Sean McDermott. That's 2025 Sean McDermott.
I'm a dad and I had no clue.
There you go.
Danny, that's extremely well done.
Cheesy.
Alex, you got that right. I don't think it's something you want to be proud of, not overly speaking. In the meantime, should we go on with Allen here? Because is he going to have his Peyton Manning 2006 moment? That's the big question. Because the similarities are eerie. Teddy Bruschi, avert your gaze. All right, Allen now, Peyton then. Both led the NFL in total QBR. Both were named